Alright, welcome in everyone. My name's John. This is the Aussie Endurance Series. Tonight we've got Porsche Cups at Oulton Park, round 5 of the series. And just the end of the practice there now. So you can see the best time in practice is a 1:31 set by Matty Shanahan. He's back on fire after a short hiatus, followed by John Aidekers, and then I missed who was third then. But yeah, really tight field once again. There's only 0.1, 0.2 in most of those gaps, so on the qualifying, and we'll see how we go. All right, who was that out of pits? Jamie Fleming, currently sitting on top of the timetables. Not timetables, on top of the championship. He's doing really well this season. He wants to assert his dominance by getting out early and try and get those lap times in. So everybody got 2 laps they can do. No, 3 laps in this series. And it is an open session, open qualifying session, so they can all come out. Oh, as he gets a bit wild. Let's jump on board and have a quick look at what just happened then. Oh, that's the end of practice. I'm not sure why they did that, but anyway. Let's see who else is on track. All right, Jason Archer McMillan. Not sure who Jason is team. I'll have to get the SDK stuff up and running so we can start seeing all that sort of stuff. Joel Farley in his Qantas flying Porsche. Brendan McVicker in a Holden inspired Brock livery. To start his flying lap there now. Dean Reddit. All the right boys that came across. Really fun to have those guys on track. John Akers doing really well this series, this season and all actually. Good racing in the GT4 series as well. Oh, I hope that's not me dropping out. That's definitely me dropping out. All right, I've got issues. All right, bear with us. Hopefully it's just a temporary glitch. We do have a massive thunderstorm overhead at the moment. Ooh, car's back on track. Here we go. All right, I'm back. Got Don Pittman in one of the VJ liveries. Looking sharp with a nice chrome wheel finish there, like a gunmetal grey. John Akers again. He's in front of him. Barry Punter. Oh, I don't have any time set yet. Jamie Fleming's back out on track. Wow, really struggling. Oh, it helped if I was live. That's interesting. I'm not sure what happened there. Alright, we've got Barry set the first lap. So Barry Punter was on pole with a 1:35.9. Remembering they did 1:31s in practice, so we're expecting that to change. I'm just going to reset. No, it's looking like it's alright. Alright, all the times are starting to come in now. Axel on top with a 1:32.5. Axel's a really quick racer. A lot of talent, this boy. He's now up to 2.1 KI rating. He's been smashing the officials. With Dean Reddit right behind. 1:32.5 as well. Only 2/100ths behind him. Jamie Fleming, our current series champion, is in 1:33.0. About half a second back. And then Don Pittman, 1:33.7. He can be quick as well. So Joel Farley, we expect him that he'll work his way through the field if he doesn't qualify too well. He's generally a pretty quick and up-front racer. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't improve his time. Quite a few of the guys opt not to qualify. They find it easier to start from the back and work their way through the field. Barrett's just gone a bit quicker again, 132.9. Yeah, one of those guys is John McHenry, so typically doesn't qualify, but will work his way through the field pretty comfortably. Be surprised if Brendan doesn't set a decent time here. He said he was struggling a bit tonight, so we'll see what happens in that space. All right, I just want to check what happened here and what period this was in. Oh, just a bad downshift by the looks of it. All right, Dean, currently on top of the standings, 131.7. So he's got a 6/10 margin there now to Jamie. Or Jamie jumped up second, 132.3. Waiting on Matty Shanahan to set a time. Let's see if he's going to do that tonight. No, I don't think he is. Well, there we go. Brendan McVicker set a time, 133.9. That's pretty good. Quicker than Joel Farley, which is interesting. So Brendan's finding his groove. Got his helmet cam here. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky track. Oh, I'm surprised they have to slow down so much today, but they don't have the aero grip like they do in other cars and other classes. There we go. Joel's starting to work his way up the order now, 132.6. I just saw Axel jump back up to P3, 132.2. So they get 3 laps in total, but they have a 10-minute window to do that in, and it's open. So you want to set yourself up in the right spot, in the right gap. A little bit of toe would be nice, so if you can sit back about 2 seconds behind someone and then progressively catch them by the end of the lap. You definitely got to work out the pace of the car in front. You don't want to balk yourself on a good lap, that's for sure. Alright, we've got Joel Farley with the moment. Let's just see what happened here. Just a pinch of the brakes. Come around that kink a bit too quick. Alright, our current provisional pole, Dean Reddit. 131.7. So we saw Matty Shanahan was in the 131s as well in practice, so this might be the front runner's pace that we were looking at tonight. Oh, there's Ilias. Get a little bit too keen on it. That's alright, that happens. Jared Eastman with a flag. What's he done? Got himself a slow down there somewhere. Oh yeah, we can have a look at this. Yeah, that'll do it. So Jared sets up this season, this series, sponsored by the Hamilton RSL. Ooh, Jamie Fleming up into P2, 132 flat, as he calls it quits there. John Akers in third, 132.1, coming out for a final lap by the looks of it. We've got yellow somewhere. Barry Punter, what's he done? Parked up on the track. There's still time left in this session, so hopefully he's not in an awkward spot there. Just before the kink. Not sure what he's waiting on. That will be a bit off-putting for the other guys, unfortunately, so you probably need to move that car. Oh, as I see Joel Farley having a bit of fun there. Let's have a quick look at that. Hilarious. All right, checkered flag is out. All right, provisional pole. We've got Dean Reddit on the inside. We've got Jamie Fleming joining on the front row. On the outside, we've got John Akers and Ilias Dugan on the second row, followed by Joel Farley and then Barry Punter, and then Brendan McVicker, John Pittman. Jared did set a time in the end there. Now he's having a bit of fun trying to do the jump. Perfect timing on that one. All right, as the boys all settle up. Let's go and have a look at Jared Eastman's crash there in slow-mo. So he sets it up.
Are drivers happy to look Philly to clear by disqualification flag?
Oh, yeah, what's happened there? There you go.
What was that, Joe? It disqualified me for doing the jump after my quali lap. Clear it, mate, clear it.
All right, let's just make sure no one else has got any black flags or anything. We'll just clear everything. No, that's safety car. Clear all, there we go. So yeah, our series host being a bit silly. And there are consequences. But anyway, moving on. Looks like no one's gridding up yet. All right, here we go. Session finally kicked over. Well, we get a nice high view for our start of the race tonight. Good numbers tonight. We've got 12 races. I think there should be a few good battles front to back.
Remember, everyone, pit stop for fuel only. Welcome to round 5. Have fun. There should be some interest in the race, and they have to hit a night over.
All right, let's just set myself to race control. If I need that for any reason. I'm not sure I even have a button maps, but we'll see how we go. There we go. Apologies for this. Make sure we've got all teams, race control, good to go. All right, not many left to grid. That should be everyone. All right, here we go. Revs are rising. Green flag, green flag. Oh, great start for Dean and John, but Jamie got left behind a little bit. Another right car coming through Barry. We're looking pretty clean for the race start. Oh, as Joel goes a bit wide there, trying to keep it on track. Looking pretty tidy so far. Looks like Ilias is getting bumped into there. Alright, good clean start by everyone by the looks of it. As we now come up to the first hairpin for the first time. Oh, a bit deep in the background there. We've got Barry making moves up here. Getting the run on Jamie. Is Jamie going to have a look back? Oh, it was a bit tight. Oh, no, that's an incident. And we've got some more action happening behind as well. So let's carry on for the moment. Alright, there's a fair bit that happened just then, so let's do a quick unbuckle of it all. So Jamie's gone off. This is... Oh, there's a lot happened there. Wow. Alright, let's start with Jamie's. So Jamie had a look up the inside. Wasn't quite there. Hit that inside curb. And it all happened behind. Everyone's just locking up. Alright, let's get back to the action. It's all going on. 2 by 2. Joel and Brendan are going at it. Ilias has a look up the inside. Oh, a bit of a bump from Joel. Bump and run. Brendan thinks better of it. Stays tight. Defends the line. Ilias got a long way around. Oh, now John McHenry's coming to look. Gets to run up the inside. No, thinks better of it. Pulls out. It's all happening at the back. Up the inside. Oh, a bit of a touch. Around he goes. Oh, this is a cluster, this one. Alright, let's have a look at this to see if we're going to need... Oh, I did it again. See if we're going to need a bit of a safety car for this. Alright, this is the main one I want to look at. So we're in safety car mode now. Well, he's definitely alongside far enough. And he's kind of washed out into him. Of course, all my cameras are a bit wonky. So nobody's called it, so we're not going to get too fixated on it. But yeah, definitely a bit of a bump and run. And then Jared got caught up behind. So John has stayed out. Axel and Jared have come in. Maybe get their fast repairs and keep going. Jared's in. Jamie's out. So Jamie's pitted. Alright, let's get up front. So John Akers on the back of Dean. Probably not much of an opportunity here at the moment. But we do also have John McHenry on the... having a look up inside Don Pittman here. Don looks like he's missing a lot of front end. So he would have got tangled up in that incident. So that's unfortunate. Alright, so John's made the pass clean. Back onto the leaders. John Akers now with Dean Reddit. Alright, we're going to have a look at that crash again, because I just want to understand what happened there. Alright, so up the inside. We need to have a good look at this. We need to see. It was opportunistic at best. And then there's contact there. Let's just have a look. I've taken it on my chase cam, so bear with me. So, in reality, and this might take us a minute, so just bear with me. In reality, you've got to have a look at when Axel started turning in. So let's have a look here. He's turning in already. All right, so this is a dive bomber, John McHenry. Even though the door is open, he's coming in late. Washed out, made contact, and spun. All right, and then that's caused a flow-on effect with the cars behind. So Matty Shanahan and Jared, they've all collected each other. So that'll probably have to be a post-race review on that one. Now we've had a incident while we were watching that one. So Matty Shanahan, a bit of a pinch of the wheels and a spin. Unlucky, mate. All right, we're back live. Oh, that one walked up. Is Dean making a... Oh, Dean got a meatball from that. Oh no, he's hurting now. All from that one little bump. Didn't even register as a incident either, so that's interesting. So this is going to bring Barry up into the field. Joel Farley was up in the P4 as well. So a lot of chopping and changing here at the moment, but there's also been a few pit stops. So Dean will need to come and get that repaired straight away. So he's gifted John Akers the lead of the race on lap 6. Or technically lap 5. But yeah, that's how brutal it is around here. There we go, Matty Shanahan's cruising on back on through now. So he didn't pit, he just had a spin earlier, but he's still going. He's only 25 seconds off the leaders. Doesn't look like he has any damage. Maybe the front right's a bit pushed in. So he might have got away with it, whereas Dean, yeah, he didn't. He really copped it. So looking at Dean now, where is Jamie behind him? So Don Pittman hasn't pitted yet. And then you've got Jamie a few cars back. Yeah, the worst camera angles around here, I'll tell you that. I'll try and use TV2. Yeah, that looks better. So Jamie's at the hairpin. And Dean's only just down the end of the straight, so he's not too far away, and he's already pitted. But yeah, that definitely cost him a lot of time. Alright, Joel Farley's sort of catching up to Barry here. He's closing the gap slowly. Let's get rid of that lap information, that pit stop information. There we go. Alright, so we're only 10 minutes into the race and we've already had so much happen. Jamie's had another mishap. We'll come back to that in a second. See if Joel can get a run down the straight here. He's definitely within the toe, that's for sure. Yeah, like we mentioned, Joel might have not have qualified too well. He's definitely able to use his racecraft to get through the pack. And he's really closed up on the back of Barry here. His last lap was half a second quicker, so... But it could have been Barry having a bad lap, or maybe Barry's got a bit of damage that he's managing. Joel's having a look, thinks better of it. Now I need my bloody nose cam, I haven't got it anymore. Oh, Barry comes into the pits, early pit. So maybe he does have a bit of damage. So that's interesting. So it's all happening. Alright, Axel's catching up to the back of Jamie. Matty Shanahan on Barry. No, it's just in the pits, never mind. So Axel's last lap was a 33.1, Jamie was a 39.9. So Jamie's obviously had a mishap on that last lap. Oh, we were going to have a look, weren't we? Let's go and have a quick look. What did he do? Just gassed off a bit too much, around he goes. Easy mistake to make. Kept it off the wall, so car's still clean, should be still pace, full pace. You can see the car moving around a little bit there. Alright, so last lap times 132.9, 132.7, so they're pretty close. Jamie might be able to pull away a little bit here, although the timing suggests that Axel's actually catching up. Oh, Jared Eastman's had a moment. No, just an off track. Oh, someone's had a crash. Just gonna have a quick look what happened there. So two separate incidents by the looks of it. Oh. Like a concentration? Let's just... Yeah, just got it all wrong. Let's see what happened to Jared. T1. Oh, gas it up. Oh, that's a heavy hit. Yeah, that's going to hurt. I'm not sure if Jared used his fast repair from earlier as well, so this might be a bit of a hard one for him. Alright, let's jump back onto this battle here. So Jared's in the pits with a meatball and a toe, so this will be interesting to see if he can keep going. If he's got a lengthy repair, he might come and jump in the booth, but we'll see what happens. Oh, big thunderstorm overhead. I don't know if you can hear that coming through the microphone or not, but yeah, we've got a thunderstorm going to hit. So hopefully the internet hangs around and we can maintain our broadcast for tonight. We'll see Jamie getting very bouncy on the inside curve on the last one, that kink. Looks like Axel's doing well to hold on. Looks like they're both going to catch up to Don shortly too. Jamie's definitely closing that gap. Lap time, Don did a 136, so I think Don's had an issue there as well. Yeah, it takes a lot of patience, this car. You've got to really be on it and really feel what's happening. And they're very rarely full throttle or full brake. Not until the car's in a perfectly straight line. So Axel's had a really good look in now. So this could be interesting as they catch up to Dong. This could pull Jamie back a bit or cause a bit of havoc. Let's jump on Jamie's car here. Jump on his nose. See how he handles this one. Oh, Axel, what have you done behind, buddy? Just pinched the wheel. Just broke that fraction too late. Kept it going well though. Right, let's get live back on this one. So Dante's missing a front end, so that's going to definitely be impeding his top speed. Probably why Jamie was able to catch up so quick. He should get the easy move here now. So Donald just let him cruise on through, and then Donald try and use him as a bit of a tow for a bit. Try and keep Axel behind for a while. Alright, still our closest battle on track, although Matty Shanahan's starting to catch up to John McHenry. John Akers is yellow, but I'm not sure why. Must just be an off track. Yeah, it really helps to use the gears, a high RPM downshift and get that rear end turning, but not doing it too much. You can tell that Matty's pushing here, trying to catch John. All the while, John Akers is pulling away out front. Last lap 132.9. Not the quickest on track. Matty Shanahan was the quickest, well 132.6 last lap, but he's definitely comfortable and able to pull away. Let's see what this lap time is. 134.4. A bit of a slower lap that one, so might have had a bit of a check up or an off track somewhere. But yeah, they're all pretty comfortably spaced out at the moment, just some minor gaps. We've got Jason, got a bit of front end damage there, chasing down Brendan McVicker. Brendan's in P3 at the moment. Granted he hasn't pitted yet, but he's doing well. Jared Eastman has crashed again. Let's see what happened here. T1. Down through the king. Oh, 2 wheels up. That'll do it. Oh, another doozy. Another doozy. Another meatball. Alright, let's go live on Jared and see if he's trying to crab that back around. No, it's just hanging on. So Don's in the pits now. So Don's pitting in for his pit stop. Use that fast repair, get that car fixed up. Fueled up and get to the end. Axel's already pitted, so he should be good to the end. I don't know how the fuel is in these things. I believe you can pit at any time to get to the end, as long as you're after a couple of laps, just a guarantee. Hour-long race of the Porsche Cup. I think you can get about an hour and 15, hour and 20 out of a Porsche Cup. Full tank, so yeah, they should be well and truly able to get to the end. Jason's still closing up this gap to Brendan McVicker, so... So Jason hasn't pitted, so the top 6 haven't pitted yet, and the bottom 6 have. So Dean Radid is the leaders of the pitted, but he also had that incident where they got a meatball and had to come in, so it'll be interesting to see where he comes out with John Akers. I think John Akers will have the advantage. A lot of debris on track back there. Oh, Matty Shanahan's caught up to John McHenry. I was catching up, I should say. As he runs off wide again, he's really pushing. Let's jump on board here with Matty. Yeah, very high on the RPM, get that rotation. So John could be fuel saving, he could be saving his tyres, not sure. He does have a lap car in front of him now, so this could be a bit treacherous for both of them. Oh, as Don makes a mistake, goes off track there. How's the rejoin? Yep, he's on the outside, he's going to wait. That's the way to do it. So he'll chase him up the hill, but you also got Jason chasing down Brendan here. Let's jump on his nose. For some reason his nose is in a different spot to everybody else's nose. Brendan making a really good T1 there. Yeah, braking early and getting that powder. Oh, maybe a bit too early that time. Oh, Don's had another mishap. Matty's all over the back of John McHenry at the moment, so we'll make sure we keep an eye on that one. But this one's the closest at the moment. Can Jason get a run down here? Brendan will definitely be watching his mirrors, that's for sure. Alright. John McHenry's turn now. With Matty Shanahan behind. Can't make up the distance just there yet. Looks like John's just pulling away just a fraction there, getting out of the better launch out of that corner. I feel like this is going to happen soon. Brendan's doing really well, really clean car out front there. What lap time is 1:34 flat, so he's a second slower last lap. This time they've done about the same lap time. Well, he's got to be careful there. Don't want to accidentally bump his nose. But Brendan's definitely getting good launches, but not this corner. He's really struggling there. Comes up for a bit of a sniff there, as they do. This will be tricky. Oh, dropped the tyre, but he managed to hang on to it. I think McHenry pulled the pin and came into pits. Yes, he did. So there you go. Jason's made the move on Brendan.
Cheers, Brendan, for making that easy than it needed to be.
Joel Farley's got to slow down. Let's have a quick look at where he picked up that one. Oh, that's an odd one. Not sure what happened there for Joel. But we'll get back on it. So Brendan's still chasing down Jason, trying to hold on to his toe now. We'll see what the lap times look like after this lap. Oh no, as Jason goes around. Bit too keen on the exit. He'd be best off the pit. Yeah, there he goes. Alright, let's jump on board and see what happened there. Good save though. Jeez, it just went on him, didn't it? That's crazy. Alright, Matty Shanahan's in the pits. Looks like everyone's coming in now. John Aker's still cruising around. We're currently about 25 minutes into the race. There should be about 50% fuel, so he should be able to get to halfway. But a few of them might have a bit of damage. And just trying to get in and get that fast repair. Let's try and see if... No, looks like Jared's called it quits for the night. Yeah, all done, Jared. Seen. Yep. Unlucky, mate. What happens to the best of us, that's for sure. Alright, as we see John come into pits now. So Brendan's currently in second. Still got a bit more fuel, so he's going to take the lead for a lap. And then I believe Dean is the first 303. So Dean's just at the back here, coming around the last corner before the last kink, and then going to cross the line. So let's see where John comes out. He's rolling. You can see them both there. Oh, Dean got the jump. Interesting. So he must have the pace over John. And that minor mishap didn't cost too much. Alright, we've got Barry chasing down Joel Farley, and we've got Axel chasing down Jason. So Jason's just come out of the pits. Not quite close enough there, but he's definitely got his toe, so it should be dragging him up nice and close. And Axel's definitely got the ability to close this gap in the toe. The other question is whether or not he can pull away if he does get past. Oh no, race leader crosses the line again. He's going for another lap. So Brendan must have some pretty good fuel on at the moment, or is this good fuel economy? Either way, he's got a 20-second lead, so he's going to come out probably 20 seconds back. Oh, was Axel a little bit too much on the exit there. Just jump in for a quick listen to what happened to that one. Yeah, that similar story, hey. Something's happening to Joel there too. Not that it's come up on the timings, but he's pretty sure he just dropped the spot. So Axel's got a bit of work for him to do again. He's just dropped 5 seconds off now. Hang on, what's happened here? Where's Dean? I think Dean's dropped out. DNF. I think he might have a bit of packet loss or something. That's so unfortunate for Dean if that's happened. Maybe the Queenslander are getting hit by these storms. Yeah, he's dropping down the order. Let's see if he comes back in or not. But Brendan's still cruising out front. He's got a 22-second gap to the car behind, but a 42-second stop. So he's going to come out probably about Jamie Fleming. If he can get in and get a good pit stop in. Oh, he's doing really well at the moment though. He's got no pressure at the moment, so that'll be good for him to use that just to hit his marks. Hopefully he's not like me and loses focus and concentration when you're on your own. But no, go Brendan. So yeah, we got him coming out about equal P5 with Jamie Fleming at this stage once he's pitted. And he'd be better off to try and pit sooner rather than later because that pace is a bit different. So if you can get into the pits earlier now that everyone's pitted, and then come out with Jamie and then use Jamie to keep tracking on. Otherwise you'll be at the risk of Jason and Axel being all over the back of him. Alright, so he should be coming in this lap. There he is. Good job. Alright, where's John? John's coming down the back. Last corner. Last kink. And John's going to take over the lead of this race. There's Brendan in the pits there. And then we also got Barry and Joel Farley coming around as well. So Brennan's moving now. So he's rolling out. He should come out with Jamie here. Oh, who else is in there with him? Oh, Dean. Dean's back in the race. Alright, we've got Jason on the exit here. So Jason's going to be all over the back of Brendan. But Brendan's up in the P5. He qualified in P7, so he's up 2 spots. Dean's back in the race, but he is a lap down now because of that disconnect. That really sucks for Dean. But he's got a few guys. Oh no, he's a full minute off the car ahead. So yeah, he's going to be a bit of a while before he can catch anyone. What's Joel doing? Joel's disconnected as well.
Thanks, Dean.
Oh no, that's no good. 2 disconnects within 5 minutes. Yeah, Joel didn't have an issue at the end there. He just disappeared. Alright, looks like Don's had a moment here somewhere. This is last corner. Yeah, same as we saw Jason. Good save though, locking them all up. Get that car just to slide straight to a stop. Oh, don't overcook it though. And then keep on going. So good recovery there. Matty Shanahan in P7. He's up 4 spots, but he didn't qualify. He was our fastest in practice. And he did get tangled up on lap 1. So that's the risk of not qualifying. You can get tangled up in other people's mistakes. Now, Dean should have pace here. He's got Axel behind him, but he should be able to... I'd be surprised if Dean can't. Maybe he's just taking it easy to get out of the way. But he certainly doesn't need to. Oh, Jason. All over the back of Brendan ahead. See if we can get a run down here. Brendan's a bit later on braking and a bit lighter. Joel still hasn't reconnected. I still see him as DNF, unfortunately. Oh, a bit wide there for Jason. This is for our Gran Turismo 7 players who like to sit on the nose cam to race their cars. Oh, Joel's back in the race. He's in the pit lane. Coming out of pits now. So he's still ahead of Dean, but he'll be racing Dean. He's got to be careful of this battle behind him. As he runs off track there. And we've got Jason looking to make a move on Brendan here up the inside. Pretty sure it's the same move as before. This Brendan just tucks in behind. Oh, he cooks it. Yeah, misses his braking mark on that one. That's unfortunate because there's a lot of traffic coming. So Joel and Dean doesn't have to worry about. Axel did get through. And now Matty Shanahan's hunting him down. So just up the road we've got Dean is also battling Joel Farley here. So this is on as well. So there's a couple of battles going on at the moment. We've got Dean chasing down Joel, and we've got Matty chasing down Brendan. And they're all just ahead of each other. Laps apart. So I think Dean... they're pretty close, so we'll just bounce back and forth between each of them. It's quite congested, this part of the track at the moment. So Dean's only 0.2 off at the moment. No, he's not. Here we go. Brendan thinks better of it. Lets him through. Matty keeps it tight. So Brendan is driving to survive. Now Matty being a bit quicker will probably pull away here quite comfortably. As we can see just up the road, Dean's all over the back of Joel now. Let's get that sniffer cam going. Reckon we can read what's on the back of Joel's car there. Can't quite get the run that time, but once he works himself up to pace, he should be able to get that pass done. But Joel's no slacker. Joel's got the pace as well. It's just the toe that Joel's giving Dean at the moment is what's helping him get up so tight. Yeah, it really sucks when you have issues with network and stuff. But as they say in real life racing, real things happen too. So, you know, punctured tyres, blown engines, blown gearboxes, all sorts of shit can happen. So it's not unusual as Dean's having another look here. Thinks better of it again. Let's get our sniffer cam out. Yeah, they are, Joe. They're really getting into it. Oh, up the inside. Can't make it. Oh, that's very tight. Thought there might have been a touch there. It's, Matty Shanahan's coming through and saying, hey, please, can I get through here, please? There we go. Matty's through. Oh, what's up on the camera? So that's now cost Dean a fair bit of time, but we'll see if Joel also does the same favour. Should check out of this. Let Matty through. Oh. Alright, let's be considerate out there. Not sure reason for the toe. Alright, Dean all over the back of Joel. So it's interesting that this is our lapped cars battling at the moment, but they probably setting the fastest laps of the race. No, they're not. 134's last lap. But only because they were giving way to other cars. Bit higher there, but they get a good run out the exit. Let's see if we can get the run here now. 0.2. Is Joel going to defend? No, he still can't get the run, so Joel must be getting a better run out of there. And Dean's playing catch up under toe. Just noticing Axel is just keeps blipping into that 1 second range of Jason above, so he's in the toe range. So he's worked his way back up to the back of Jason, so he should get this position eventually if he can keep it together. No, commentator's curse once again. Sorry, Axel. He drags a bunch of debris back on track, and you can see the two cars behind still going at it. I can tell you what, from a broadcasting perspective, it's a lot easier when you run iRacing on a single monitor instead of the triples. As you can see, so much more. Alright, so I don't think Dean's going to make the place. Looks like Matty Shanahan has called it quits for some reason. I'll have to dive into the bottom of that one, see what's going on there. But yeah, Dean just seems to get bad exits out of the hairpin, so that's Joel's strength just there. He gets a really good exit out of there, and then Dean can't get the run. Even though he gets the toe to close the gap, he can't get enough to get past or up alongside. As I see Axel just up the road there. Axel's dropped back to nearly 4 seconds behind Jason. Alright, let's have a look at our leader, John. So we've got just under 20 minutes to go left in the race. John's still comfortably out in the lead. He was going to be second with Dean in front, but Dean had the dropout. Other mechanical issues, we'll say. So he's got a 13-second gap out front, doing 1:32.5, so that's pretty good pace. And you got Barry behind, cruising pretty comfortably as well. Alright, these two are going out. I just saw a yellow flag then, so let's just maintain this one for the moment as he looks up the inside. Great move there. Not sure if Joel misjudged that corner or what happened there. Let's stay on these two now. Ah, Joel's a bit tight at that time. Ooh, Brendan's had a moment. What's happened to Brendan? Alright, we're just going to have a quick look at what happened to Brendan just then. Just pinched the brakes. Ooh, ouch. There's a tyre wall, but it can be quite nasty. The front of his car looks okay. It was quite a hit, so it looks like he's going alright still. Sitting in P6, so he's up one spot from where he qualified. So it looks like Dean's able to stretch his legs now and start to build a gap on Joel behind. Alright, Jamie Fleming's found his way back up into P3. So he had some early on mishaps and had to pit on lap 1. So he's done well again to get back onto the podium, which has been his trade each week. Jason's hanging on to P4. Axel keeps closing the gap, but then making minor mistakes behind him and dropping back again. So he's hanging on there for now. And then speaking of Axel, just behind. Need to get him into a VJ livery, that's for sure. Brendan's just coming out of the hairpin. He's got a bit of damage on that front left, but I don't know if it's going to affect his top speed or not. You can see it there. He does have John McHenry closing in behind though. And we know John McHenry's good at finishing strong. So I have to keep an eye on this one. And we know about Dean and Joel. We've been watching them for a little while. And then Don's been quiet for a while, but he's got a clean car, so he's just had his head down and smashed out the laps. He's 25 seconds off of Joel at the moment. It's unlikely to catch that because Joel and Dean are quite quick. But no, he's doing well. He's only a lap down. And then unfortunately we've got Matty and Jared DNF in this race. Alright, John McHenry. I don't know why the car is sheening like that. Something's wrong with my graphics, or it never used to do that. It used to be a matte, so I don't know if they've changed their spec map or something, or my graphics are a bit chunky. But yeah, definitely something's going on there. There should be a nice dark matte black with matte cyan and matte magenta. Racing for the locked on lads. But yeah, he's definitely closing that gap to Brendan. Brendan will be doing everything he can to hold on. Let's got on our sniffer cam. We could even jump on the car ahead and do our gearbox cam looking back. So Brendan will be doing everything he can to hit his best marks and do his best laps. There's probably not much you can do about a hard charging John McHenry as Don's had an off track, turned into an incident, into a crash. Alright, let's go and have a look at what's happened to Don. Oh, I jinxed him again. Always with the commentator's curse. Alright, let's see what happened to Don here. Just that little bit too much speed. And I'm not sure the throttle application there, but yeah, he's a little bit too much speed, a little bit too much throttle. Have a flick back on track and off he goes. Alright, back on this battle. So Brendan's a smart racer, so he's thinking better of it. As we've got Jamie Fleming also catching up to Barry Punter, but we'll stay on this one for the moment. Oh, they're still staying in it. There we go, Brendan gets out of it now as John... Oh, McHenry bumps the wall. Oh, and it wrecks his car. No way. No way. That's crazy. There's no way that destroyed his car like that. Yeah, he definitely got in there. Wow. We've seen a bit of this tonight with the cars turned in that little bit too early and caught that rear tyre. Yeah, look at the alignment. No way. Yeah, it's been a rough night for everyone, I'll tell you that. Very rough night. Well, Jamie Fleming's caught up to Barry Punter. Yeah, his pace is a second quicker almost. You start to see McHenry drop down the order. Yeah, frustrating night for a few of the guys, I think. I'll have to check what server we're on, make sure they're on an Aussie server, because that can be a factor as well with excessive net codes and that. But yeah, that was terrible. So much damage. We've seen Dean there, and now we've seen John McHenry. Alright, let's get our sniffer out. So Jamie's our current championship leader at the moment, and that includes the 2 drop rounds. So others might have more points in total, but the iRacing's already applied the drop rounds. So Jamie's currently sitting on top. Seen a lot of that running wide out of the hairpin there. And just in the background, Axel's also caught up back to Jason again too, so we'll keep an eye on both of these. So Axel's slowly catching Jason again, but we'll stay with Jamie and Barry at the moment. As John McHenry loses his position to Don. At that DNF. So let's see if Jamie can make a move up here. Got a lot of loose rears coming down that hill and that last turn. So he's in his toe now. So this seems to be the trickiest part when you've got that bit of extra speed. And as you can see there, it gets a bit loose in the rear. You can see the two cars behind as well. Looks like Barry got a bit wide there. Didn't quite get the apex as well as Jamie. Oh, a bit deep. So yeah, that's that toe. That extra bit of speed can catch you out. These things are so on the edge under braking, like it's really on a knife edge. Axel's just really closed up that gap just then too. So I don't think Jamie can get through there, but Axel's all over the back of Jason as well. So it's all happening. We've got less than 10 minutes to go. Jason's yellow. Axel's... Looks like Jason's gone a bit wide. Can Axel get the move done? They're going 2x2. Oh, Jason runs off. Keeps it going though. There was no contact. It just got the line wrong, I think. So Axel finally gets the move on Jason, as Don needs to check out of this because he's not racing this position. And then we'll get back on Jamie and Barry, battling for P2. So unless something happens to these guys, this is your podium. You've got John Akers on front, followed by Barry and then Jamie. Axel's too far back. He's... What's that? Oh no, he's only 6 seconds back. So one spin and he's back on the podium. Yeah, what a race. This has been up and down, front to back, inside out. It's been all over the place. Seen two people disconnect with mechanical issues. A couple of guys get super frustrated with this track and car combo and pull the pin. And we definitely encourage you to definitely retire if you're not feeling it on the night. No point going out there frustrated and angry and just making yourself feel worse. But it looks like Barry's just pulling away a little bit from Jamie. He's dropped off since he caught up. So he might have cooked his tyres a little bit. Quite wide through there. Axel's actually closing these two. He's closing the gap. I don't think he's got enough time though. 6 minutes to close 6 seconds. He's probably only half a second a lap quicker at this stage. 32.4 for Barry, so he's definitely doing his PBs. And 32.8 for Jamie. Axel behind 32.5, so there's only a couple of tenths quicker. So we'll start with this battle for now. So there's a few others that are having to work around other cars, so Dean's going to have to get past Don. He's pulled away from Joel. Joel's really dropped off. But Don's still circulating well. Just keep coming back and checking this one. And how's Brendan going? He's just cruising. P6, he's happy. Yeah, he's a fair way back off Jason, so he's not likely to get a position unless someone else has any more mechanical failures, as we call them. He's not really closing the gap up again, 0.4. Oh no, he's quicker that lap. 32 flat. Axel behind you did 32 flat as well. Oh, Axel did 32 flat, sorry. Jamie did 32.3. Barry 32.7. As he has a look up the inside, this is risky. Super risky. So Barry goes defensive. Yeah, got to be really careful on that one. Let's get on our sniffer cam. We're flashing out the exhaust there. Should have a good run here. Barry doesn't defend, but it's not quite there. You can hear Axel in the background. I think Axel's getting another second this lap. So these two battling is going to bring Axel up to them. Let's jump on board here with Jamie now. Making use of all that track. Making use... Oh, careful. That's it. Axel, 131.7. He is pushing hard behind. He wants this podium. He wants these two to keep battling so he can close the gap. 3.5 seconds behind now. You can see him on the back there. He's definitely working hard. And as long as Jamie's putting pressure on Barry and Barry has to defend, that'll bring Axel into the mix. Oh, very close on that exit there. Had to check out of it, I think. Axel's pushing hard. I heard him light it up then, trying to get going. Jason's had an incident in the background there somewhere. But we'll stay with this now. We've only got 2 minutes left on the race. Probably 2 more laps by the time they cross the line. As we see our race leader in the last corner there. Just ahead of these guys. Yeah, Axel's had a moment. He's dropped off half a second to nearly a second this lap, so... I probably realised he was pushing too hard, cooking his tyres. Alright, about 2 to go. Oh no, Axel! Oh no, what's happened? Let's have a look. Oh, I was on replay still, damn it. Alright. No way he's run out of fuel. No way he's run out of fuel. As Don pushes him in. That's crazy. I think Axel's run out of fuel. Can he do it? Can he do it? I don't know where his pit bay is. Oh, poor Axel. He was battling hard. Must have really misjudged his fuel on that one. Alright, these two are still going at it, so Jamie might be trying to set him up for the last lap.
Trilly, did you get that in the video, mate?
Let's try and get a timestamp here. Yeah, mate, it's in the video. Alright. So John should be starting his last lap now. There's a couple margin of 15 seconds. But we'll stay on these two for the majority of this lap. Although Barry's just pulled away a little bit. Axel's coming out of pits there behind now. Oh, he's down a lap. Ah, he is too. He's down a lap. That sucks. Ooh, so I'm blinking a little bit. Oh, he's having a look. He's got to get that exit. This is where you got to get the run. .2 of a second. He's not going to get it. Not unless he absolutely just sends it. Not many more opportunities. All a bit deep there. Brendan could play into this one now, but we'll see how we go. All right, as our race leader, John Akers crosses the, comes around the last corner and crosses the finish line. Well done, John. Great race, mate. Let's jump back on these two coming in the last corner. Brendan's in front of them. He shouldn't impede them at all. And looks like Barry's going to get it done in the end. Well done, Barry. Hold off a very hard charging Jamie Fleming. P3 to Jamie. P4 to Jason. He comes around the last corner. Not sure. And then P5, Brendan McVicker with his victory burnouts. Get into it, Brendan. And then Axel just up the road. Unfortunately running out of fuel in the end there. And then Dean with the disconnect, but he managed to get back up into P7. Joel Farley coming around the last corner. In P8. Also had a disconnect during the race. So we watched the corners fly across the line. And then Don Pittman. So I believe Don's already crossed the line. With what was a very clean car. But well done to our leader, who's already jumped off the track. Let's find someone on track here. Oh, we've got Axel. And Don. Alright, let's go and have a look at the incident with Axel running out of fuel here. We call this doing a champion. So poor Axel there doing a champion. And then teammate Don Pittman coming along and saying, hey buddy, can I give you a hand? Let's get that sniffer cam going. There we go, the good old sniffer cam. Gives him a great little push into pits. So he still hasn't got enough fuel. Doesn't run a clutch in his Porsche Cup. And then he makes it in. No, well done. Alright. Let's go and find some burnouts. Alright, thanks everyone for joining us tonight. I know Brendan did a pretty sick burnout, so let's go and jump on that one. So we are the Aussie Endurance Series. We cater to developing iRacers. We're a bunch of veterans from Veteran Gaming Australia who have developed this league to try and help our members, but also help anyone else that wants to come along. We all team up for special events and things like that. And yeah, we just enjoy racing and we enjoy sharing what we love. So I'll wrap it up there for tonight. Brendan doing a sick burnout. Congrats to our podium, John Akers, Barry Punter and Jamie Fleming. Very good battle to the end. And unlucky to those who had those mechanical issues per se. Alright, thanks everyone. We'll catch you all next time.